Dear viewers, welcome to the Hip Hop MC channel. This channel brings you the latest news from the American entertainment industry and hip hop culture. In today's article, we're going to talk about R. Kelly's ex-manager, who was sentenced to 20 months in prison for harassing the singer's abuse victim. Before continuing, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more updates. This summer, Donald Russell pleaded guilty to assaulting a woman after filing a civil suit against R. Kelly. The self-proclaimed manager and advisor to R&B singer R. Kelly was sentenced to 20 months in prison on Thursday after he pleaded guilty in the federal court to stalking and harassing one of the victims of sexual abuse. According to a Justice Department release, Donald Russell, 47, was charged with interstate stalking and used phone calls, emails and text messages in an attempt to harass the victim, identified only as Jane Doe, and her mother. Russell, who will be sentenced November 17, faces up to 5 years in prison. Russell used threats, harassment and intimidation in a deliberate attempt to obtain one of the R. Kelly's victims and keeping her voice from being heard. U.S. Attorney Brian Peace said in a statement. When his first attempt failed, he continued his vicious campaign by sending threatening messages to Jane Doe and her mother and posting explicit photos of the victim on the internet before and after Kelly's indictment. As the prosecutor makes it clear, the defendant's behavior was not only reprehensible, but also criminal and will not be tolerated. Russell's appeal comes less than a week after he was convicted on charges stemming from a gun threat he made to disrupt a New York City screening of the 6-part Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly in December 2018. Between November 2018 and February 2020, Russell threatened to post sexually explicit photos of Doe if she didn't drop her civil lawsuit against the singer. "Unplug or you'll be exposed," he wrote in a post released January 3, 2019. Russell also used a pseudonym to create a Facebook page titled Surviving Lies, a deliberate play on Surviving R. Kelly, where he posted the same explicit photos and text messages between him and the victim. In early 2020, he also appeared in 2 live streams to show his support for Kelly, while also humiliating Doe and displaying the same sexually explicit photos. Through the use of intimidation tactics, Russell repeatedly and intentionally worked to silence Jane Doe by revealing the emotional and physical trauma R. Kelly and his associates inflicted on her, said Special Agent in Charge Ricky J. Patel. Despite multiple threats, Russell ultimately failed in his efforts and will now face the consequences of his despicable behavior. Last month, Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison after pleading guilty to racketeering, sexual exploitation of a child, and kidnapping in a federal trial last fall. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.